Hey guys, welcome back to Easeldoesitstudio. So, guess what we're making today? We're making another purse mold. We are. So, I'm gonna do the black frame, the gunmetal frame. So this one doesn't come with the, and it's hard to run the latch not being connected. There we go. So this one doesn't have the plastic in it already. So you get 2 square pieces of plastic. So before I started this and I'm like, okay, I don't even know how to put these in. I'm gonna figure it out. So this is the size that we need. And basically, I'll show you with the paper because you'll be able to see it. So one side, we're gonna put some sticky tape, and that's gonna go in there. And then this side is gonna go in here. And then when it opens, it's like that. So I cut the template so when we get ready to do it, it'll be a little easier because I haven't put one of these in yet. So you get these 2 clear pieces of plastic. So we're just going to put this aside until we get ready to assemble. So, and then we'll pick the chain then. So let me just kind of move this out of my way. And so these are the stickers that we're going to use. So I kind of went through them and I'm contemplating this one or this one. So with this one, I'm thinking we would pull this little lighter green out, and on this, we would try to match some of the blue, that lighter blue. So let's kind of, and that's definitely the wrong shade of blue, and that's the wrong shade. So let's see if we have got some colors in here that would be close. Ooh, this nebula green might work with this one. Let's get it out of the bag so you can hold it up better. It's a little bit brighter, but I think overall, yeah, see, the green's not really showing up here in the camera. All right, so I think, let's just see if we have, and then this is that charcuterie whatever one. I don't know, maybe this one would, oh, this one might work better, guys. Yeah. All right, so that one we could do with that one. If we chose this one, the macabre blue-green, I'm thinking would be, we might have to add a little white if we did this one, because I don't want them to clash is my, let's see. And this is the beetle blue, which is more of like a gray. The iceberg might look pretty. And the only other color that really we could pull from this would be the cream. And I don't know. I don't know. So let's put... All right, now that I'm looking at them, this one, definitely no. I just don't want to drown out the flowers, but I think unless we do like a really dark blue. Let me see if I have anything. Or a really light blue. I think we're gonna do this one. And that way we're not spending a whole bunch of time trying to pick colors here. All right, so we're gonna go with this one with this color because I'm dying to see that in a color anyway. So, you know, and then, I mean, there's quite a few. Like, I was thinking maybe this one too, and that green would maybe match that one as well. So we might go through the stickers again once we get it poured, but I'm gonna stick with this one for now. And let me put this back so I don't end up grabbing the wrong one, because you all know I probably would do that. All right, so we're gonna do that. I went back and watched my video because I couldn't remember like how much these took. And remember, when you were doing these, there is see there's that little groove, that's your top. So I had wrote on the top that, so I would know. So when we go to put our stickers on, we know we've got it going in the right direction. Because, you know, I don't want my butterfly thing to be upside down. Let me just clean up some of this. I don't even know how these get dirty. I had them in the box. That must be in the mold because that is not coming out. I guess it's in the mold. All right, so let me get my resin mixed up, and then we will get these poured. This time I'm going to wait until it is completely hard. I'm not going to try to rush this. I will probably leave it till morning, or maybe later tonight. We'll see, because I don't want to have happen like last time. So, oh my gosh, I haven't even started, and look at the mess. All right, let me get my resin mixed up, and I will be right back. Okay, so I've got my resin mixed up, and I just grab my cheap gloves here. I am going to take and put a little bit aside, because when I watched my video, it said to mix up 5.5 ounces would probably be about right. So I made 6. So I'm just going to pull some out so that we have some clear, so I can maybe make some different colored little gems again. All right, so that has 1 ounce in it. We'll start with the 5. See, well, I better stick with the 5.5. That's all right. We'll be close. All right, so let me just move those aside, and let's get this green mixed. I'm going to start with a scoop this big, so you can kind of because we have to remember to leave a little bit for a clear layer on the top. So and this has a really, really nice shimmer to it, like a pearlescent. I mean, look at that. It is gorgeous. I don't know why lately I'm being drawn to the greens. It's maybe because I really want spring to get here. You know, like we're having another rainy day. I'm like, tomorrow it's supposed to be sunny and in the 60s. So I've kind of been busting butt this weekend getting a few videos ahead so I can take Monday off and get some housework done. All right, I'm going to add a little bit more because it's still a little on the transparent side. So and because these are not very thick, you definitely want to make sure that your resin is opaque if you want it to be, because the chances of it being see-through on a thin piece versus a thick piece is greater. So yeah, I think that's going to be a little better. Now, let me yeah. Okay. So, this is going to be the quick part, guys. All right, let me move this. I'll do this back one first. Move one to the side, and then we definitely want to try to get our sides, get something in our sides first. And this is the Bond Craftor 1-to-1. All right, let's stop there. And I like that these molds are nice and strong. Okay, and that leaves me 3 ounces in my cup. Because then if we have to pull from the clear, we can. These corners seemed a little bit light. Because I didn't even trust my own measure, when I said, you know, 5.5. That's why I pulled it out. All right. So that is leaving us like a smidgen of a layer on for the top layer. And we'll move that back. And we will get this one done. So we have exactly 2.5 in that container. So we'll see. Oh my gosh, Sophie, will you stop chewing that dang bone? Well, I'm going to be changing my living room around tomorrow, so hopefully her bed area will get moved so she won't be right over my head. So when she's chewing on her bone, it won't be so annoying. Sorry, guys. And she is so anxious for nice weather, too. Every day that it's nice, she's like out on the porch and wanting to go out every 2 minutes. And I think we're going to end up using a little bit more. Just trying to get that bottom so it's covered. There we go. Because it will self-level, but I don't want any fish eyes, so I definitely gonna have to make sure that there is, you know, even coverage everywhere. And I'm gonna put, it doesn't need much more, but it does need a little bit more. So let's just open our bag here and add some more colorant. What we get here. So yeah, if you're going to do these, definitely mix up 6 because it took all but a little bit, but I just knew I wanted to make some more of those. Other than that, I would have just mixed it all green and then we could have, you know, made something. But I knew that I wanted to make those little stones so that we can get enough of them made, and then I can just do a video on like assembling them. I still got to locate my my chain, but all right, so let's okay. So I am thinking of maybe using some of the medicine cups and making a couple colors. I don't know, maybe 3 colors. Maybe 2, I don't know. Yeah, we'll go with 2. And I think the ones that we made were blue. Yep. So these were the ones that we made already. So let's go with turquoise and maybe a clear with the Marabou alcohol ink. Yeah, why don't we do that? All right, so this is the rainbow one. Because, you know, it would be nice to have a few clear ones too, right? All right, I'm gonna slide this over a little bit here. And let's get a turquoise, but I'm gonna go light on the color, so it's more of a hint of color. I only was gonna put 1 drop, but 2 came out, so we're gonna go with it. And we're gonna add a little bit of sparkle in that too. Because the blue ones have it, so we might as well put this in all of it. Can't tell. There we go. You have to mix that stuff up so good, you guys. Okay, now I can see it in there. And then we'll just keep adding them to our jar. or a cup, whatever you want to call it. So we'll do this one here in the greenish. And this one. And then we'll do this diamond, kind of diamond shape. And this one. And let's do another big clear one. And I'm just topping these off. I want to make sure they're domed. All right. So I'll dome the 3. So I'm gonna grab my other mold. For some reason, these were not shiny. So I'm gonna give it another try and we'll see what we get. I don't know if it was just a fluke or what, but yeah, I didn't get any shiny out of these. I mean, I suppose I could always spray seal them. You know, that would work too, but whoa. All right, where's my clear? Now these ones don't have the hole in them, so I would have to just drill a hole. So it's not a big deal, but I guess we'll see when they come out what they look like. And I've got 3 and 3 so far, so makes 4. And okay, so let me get that little dolphin. Oh, I still got a square in the middle. That one. So let's put some clear. Oh, and that one pretty much filled it. All right, mix this kind of in with this. And I just washed these because I had used these the other day. That one's a bit much. There we go. All right. And I guess we'll do the big shell. Ew. Am I gonna have enough? Well, if not, we can always top it off with the next layer, because I'm sure I'll have extra. So I think on my next layer, I'm only gonna mix 2 ounces. No, maybe 3, I don't know. Alrighty. So then we can just back coat that with a clear. Not a big deal. All right, guys. I'm gonna give these another spritz. And that is it. And I will be back when it's time for the next layer, the exciting stuff. Alrighty, guys, I'll be back. All right, guys, so I put this in the curing machine, so I'm gonna let this cool down before we put the sticker on. But I figured it would probably be better if I got these glued in now, so they have all night to like adhere to the metal, and then tomorrow when we glue our piece in, they'll get like re-glued, just like kind of like a backup type of thing. So I am, all right, so I'm basically, I'm gonna line this up, and I'm just gonna kind of go a little bit bigger, just to be on the safe side. So I'm gonna take my X-Acto knife, and I am just going to cut along this rim right here. I'm just going to slide this over. I would rather have it too big than too small. So I'm like second guessing myself, but it's kind of what I do. And that one went a little wonky, but that's okay. And I want to get this on a straight line. And let me, I'm just trying to find, you know, something that kind of lines up, but Well, let's put it in here first. Let's see what we've got for a size. So this is going to get adhered in here like that. And then this one is going to get adhered in this rim. And that will work. Okay. I think it's gonna work, guys. I think it's gonna work. And I've got my double-sided sticky tape, so I'm just gonna try to like cut a thin line to put on the one side, and then I'll peel it and put it on the other side. So now, to be able to get this all right, and I'm flat at the top. Didn't cut this one quite as straight. All right, so we got our two pieces. Hopefully they fit. Hopefully, hopefully, hopefully. All right, so let's get trying to figure out what is going to be the best way. I think that will work. Okay, and I don't believe we're gonna need much to get it to hold in there, but I just figured this way here, then I can peel one side, stick it in, and peel the other side. I'm hoping that works. All right, so we go. I was going to do this off camera, but I am sure there's other people out there that are trying to figure out how to do this. So I just figured this is my first time doing it, so we will see. We will see if it works or if it doesn't. All right, and we'll cut the excess. Keep your fingers crossed, guys. You know, you think I would have, like, did a practice run with a piece of paper or something like that, but, you know, no, not me. We are just going to go for it. And I think I'm going to need my knife to get this started. So this is just the double-sided sticky tape. Okay. Now, before I stick this in there, and it's a little bit too long, so we're going to use our little baby scissors, and we're going to trim some of this bottom. Okay. And all right, this is still way too long. And I'm still picking up pieces of feathers from a previous project. I'm just going to put this one in to make sure if I've got to cut this one, I want to do it before I put it in. Because one I cut the bottom and one I didn't, so. All right, so this one is the one that is the right size. So I've just got to trim a little bit more. All right, so that side works. I think I've got this one cut wrong. Let me get this other side in. I know what I can do. I just need to slide her up more. That's gonna be what works. All right. Sorry, I'm trying to stay in frame, but I'm trying to also figure this out. All right, so let me take this off. And we're gonna slide her up. And then it should work. Oh. All right, so I do have to trim the bottom of this one. Just gonna take it out. Let's try her now. And that's why I wanted to use the double-sided sticky tape, so that if we did have to take it out, it wasn't all sticky and goopy and slide this up more. This is not as easy as it looks. So if you have an option, all right, I think that'll work. And take this one off. Alright, we're going to do the sticky side because I didn't take the other side off yet, so. Because I figured worst case scenario, all we have to do is re-put the double-sided sticky tape, right? We're going to see now. Hopefully, keep your fingers crossed, everybody. We did it! We did it! We did it! Yay! Okay. So we are going to leave that to sit overnight. And I'm just going to make sure they're stuck down good. Okay. So that is done. We'll move that over here. And this is all cool, and it's not sticky at all, so we shouldn't have a hard time with our sticker. All right, so I want this. Last time we brought it down to the bottom. This time I want it more in the center. All right, so let me grab my tape measure here. So okay. And then, let's see. Got about a 1/2 inch. And that's about a 1/2 inch. So about right there. So I'm trying to line this up with the center here and the center to the center of that. So we need to cut this. No. And I know I don't do things maybe the easiest way, but I kind of try to figure out what works better for me in my, you know, my pea brain. And okay, the time of truth. Now this is the UV DTF sticker, so there's a layer on both sides. So we're going to get the back side off first. Well, we're going to try to. Let's see here. We're committed now, guys. Oh, that's going to be pretty. That is actually going to be prettier than I thought it was going to be. And luckily, it's only sticky where there's no decal. Well, normally, but this one is leaving like little, it's leaving marks in the thing. I've never had that happen. So hopefully that will not show once we put our last layer of resin. So let me go get my resin mixed up. I'm just going to do, I guess I'm just going to do three ounces to make sure I have enough. And we'll get both of these. Now, I could have finished pouring that. I don't know why I didn't, but so we're going to put a clear on both. So let me get that mixed up and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so I did put a little bit of the Marabou alcohol ink in the rainbow just to give it a little bit of a sparkle. But yeah, that's about it. All right, so I'm just going to spray the top a little bit, and we're just going to give this a little bit of a top coat here. So I mixed up 3 ounces, and I'm just going to just kind of get it to the edges. And I did wipe the sticker with some isopropyl alcohol just to make sure that I had no fingerprints on there so that it didn't, you know, try and separate. And this one here, I think, can take a little bit more than this front one. I don't know why I always forget that I can fill the back up all the way. All right, I gotta get a different stick than that, because I'm just making a mess. So I put this one in the curing machine once it was firmed up, but this one I did not. So this one is a little bit more tacky, which is totally fine. And then I'm just gonna leave these overnight. It's after 9 now, so I will just leave it and we'll demold in the morning. I just wanted to be able to get this last layer on tonight. And that way we can assemble in the morning. Give it a little bit of a spritz. And I'm just gonna make sure that it's like right up to the edge. And then if we have to trim a little bit in the morning, that's fine. All right. Let's get this poured. I'm going to try to get it to the edge this time. You know, sometimes the way you pour makes a huge difference, and yeah, I don't always remember that. Try to get it right up to the edge, then it makes everything else flow a little easier. Yeah, got it right up nice on this end. I work better close to my body. I don't know if you guys are the same way, but I just want to make sure that like none of it's pulling away. This one definitely has a little bit more on it than the other one, so once I get this all situated, I can pour a little bit more on that other one. That looks so good. And we'll just pour a little bit more. I don't want to overfill it, but if we can get a little bit more in without overflowing, that's even better. This one has got a nice dome to it, so look at that. I'm so glad I did the 3 ounces, guys. I really am. Look at that. We had just enough, guys. Alrighty. And I will be back when it is time to demold and assemble this. Alrighty, guys. I'll be back in a minute. Alrighty, guys. We are back, and these are all cured. And I forgot to pull my thingy, so I'll have to do that a different time. All right, so let's get these out. There we go. Just gotta break that suction in there. All right. So, see, this is what I was talking about. That's the top. So yeah, this looks really, really good. And let me see. And I'll just get the outside edges trimmed up a little bit so they're not sharp. Yeah. So we have our back of our purse. Now let's get the front out. These purses come out so, so cute. And there we have it. Trim this up. Yeah. And that was easy. So that is the front of our purse. It came out phenomenal. And just gonna squeeze these down a little bit. way it's not trying to push our top up. And this just goes in like that. And the other one goes on the back, and then we're gonna glue it. And then we have our gorgeous little purse. All right, so let me grab my E6000. So by adding the glue, we're not only gluing our piece in, but we're also making sure that our plastic piece is secured in there. So I'm just going to take a stick and I'm going to just try to get a gob down in. Oh. And I don't want to put too much because I don't want it to squeeze out. I mean, if it does, we can clean it up, but yeah, maybe I'll just try to make a line in there. Whoa. Yeah, right, trying to make a line is a little bit better. Definitely want to make sure the corners are got glue in them. All right. And okay. And now we will get this side done. And I'm going to stop because I don't want to get the glue in where that mechanism is. Okay. And now and there we have it. Our little purse is done. So let me grab the chain. Let's figure out which chain, because this one comes with 2 different chains. I haven't even opened the chains yet to look. So this is more of, I think, a shorter chain. And this must be the longer chain. And what I'm going to do is I'll put one chain on it, but I'm going to put the other chain in the package. So that way you have both chains if anybody wants to purchase this. And you just clip them on. Oops. And there we have it. A nice little, with the crossbody strap. And then you also have the short one. So yeah, that is, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this set before I take some pictures, because I want to make sure that I can open it, and you really got to let this sit. You want it to be nice and snug in there. So I'll let that dry for a little bit, and then this will go with it. And there we have it. Our cute little purse. And actually, I'll get another bag to put this chain in, so when I ship it or whatever, it's not scratching the piece. So yeah, that is our project today, guys. Let me know what you think. And oh, wait a minute, we got some extras. All right. So no, I guess it's okay. They'll work, I guess, for what I'm doing, but they're not, to me, they're not real shiny. But I don't know. Oh, this one's got some overage. I mean, they're very cute. And then I'll just trim these all up while they're still somewhat bendy. And then what I'll maybe do is I'll make some UV ones up, and that way I can make this sun catcher chain. But yeah, you can definitely see the difference in the sparkle. And I've got a little teardrop, our little heart with some overage, and our little diamond. So yeah. Oh, it's the only thing with these clear ones, you can't tell if you got them all out. Oh, that one's really pretty. Oh, we got a bow. No, we didn't do the bow. We did the dolphin. I knew we did one of these. And then we have a little dolphin. Alrighty, guys, that does that for this video. I will see you on the next. Bye.